Hello there fellow NPCs, I'm Scythe, and today we're getting back into House in Fata Morgana, Requiem for Innocence, and we are following up on past events where we are watching how Jaren turned out the way she is. I mean, we already know that she had something wrong with her head, but for some reason she is very attached to Barney, Lord Barney, and he is at the same time kind of grooming her, because yeah, he's making sure that she does whatever he wants in a sense. So yeah, we'll see exactly how those events came to pass. So with that said, let's go. Jaren. Get up, Jaren. Oh? I swear, you spend every moment you're not otherwise occupied sleeping. I love sleeping. I said get up, you feeble-minded Nimrod. Ow! You didn't have to hit me, jeez. Not nicer ways to wake up a girl, you know. Be grateful I only hit you hard enough to wake you. I swear the church may have to redefine sloth if they ever meet you. The bed's so comfy, though. You do realize the blood of dozens of women have seeped into every fiber. Comfy's still comfy, though. Huh. That wouldn't bother you, would it? So, what's up, Francois? You need me for something? Yes, I have a favor to ask of you. What? A favor? Of me? What is it? I'll do anything. Without even hearing what it is? It doesn't matter what it is. You say the word and I'll do it, Francois. And what if I ask you to take your own life right here? Just give me the knife. I should honestly be more used to this by now. Why would I do anything for you, Francois? I love you. No one's ever cared for me like you before. No one's ever wanted me as much as you. You're happy with me as I am, despite me missing all the most important pieces. Again, I really shouldn't be so surprised. Fear not, though. I won't be asking you to die today. How much harder is it gonna be, then? I hope you don't want me to kill anyone. It would be my first time, and I'm not sure I could pull it off properly. You're at the bottom of my list of prospective assassins. I doubt you could successfully smother a baby. Although, you could probably cause a great deal of death, I imagine. I would like to make you into a mole. So you want me to dig holes? Innocence. There's been word of unrest building in that city of late. Money and resources gathered below the table. Murmuring of resistance being organized. So a bunch of baddies? Precisely. I want you to go down to the city and try to find as many baddies as you can, then report back to me. Can you do that? Aye, I can try. Excellent. A whorehouse would be the best place for you to start gathering information, I think. All I need you to do is deliver reports. Anything more involved would probably cause that empty head of yours to burst. Aye, aye! I just realized if I go into the city, I won't be able to see you as often, Francois. Does that displease you? A whole lot! Oh, I bet this is what being sad feels like. In your twisted mind, perhaps so. How about this? I will have a servant act as a regular client of yours. He will pretend to be a well-off merchant. At regular intervals, he will patronize the brothel, requesting your services and bring you back to his residence. He'll pay well enough that they won't mind if you're gone for a few days, during which time you come back to the manor and see me. How does that sound? Wait, I love it! Next, we need to discuss how you present yourself. Although you're free to be yourself in my presence, you will need to put on a suitable act down in the city. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Oh, now I'm getting butterflies. You spent years doing precisely that before you came here. But I didn't have you counting on me to do a good job of it back then, Francois. Allow me to offer you a piece of advice then. What? I'm all ears. Freely tell others about the misfortunes of your upbringing. I don't think I had a bad childhood, though. You may not, but others will. Your parents murdered as you watched, taken captive by the men who did it. Tell people your story, but don't act overly dejected. Huh? Why not? Won't people think there's something wrong if I'm not sad? People will think it's more unusual if you get too dramatic because it's so far out of line with your regular disposition. Good acting is subtle, not overdone. Oh. People will feel pity for you when they hear of your past. And they will see your exuberance as a sign you fought and fought the strength of will to move past your ill fortune. They will be impressed, taken with you. So you needn't exaggerate your performance. Just give it a little bit of flavor. As long as you don't tell anyone these emotions are beyond your grasp, no one will have any reason to suspect otherwise. Neato. I'm feeling a lot better about this now. I expect you won't disappoint me. Aye, boss! So, hey, Francois. What is it? What would you do if, hypothetically speaking, if when I go down into the city, I learn what sadness and fear feel like? I would kill you, because I would no longer have any interest in you. Awesome! I'm just glad you didn't say you'd kick me out. Ooh. Every girl dreams of being killed by the man she loves. No! Where did you even get that idea? No. No, they do not. You want me to kill you? If it comes down to it, I guess. And though, really, I'd rather be with you forever. And then we... Oh, okay. Into the room, Jaren. Now, where is this, though? Ow, 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 ow! You're gonna jack my arm off! I wouldn't have to if you would move. Blah. Listen very carefully. You stay in this room until everything has blown over. Do not open the door for anyone. But... Is this what I think it is? You're the only to leave the room if I tell you it's safe, or the man goes completely silent. And if someone breaks down the door, tell them you're being held captive by the Lord. My predilections are well known among the people. No one will suspect you're lying. I must go now. Farewell, Jaren. I rather enjoyed our time together. Okay, so this is right as they are breaking in, about to kill the Lord. Wait, don't go! I got an idea, Francois. We could escape through that window there. Tie the sheets up into a rope and climb down. Then we can go somewhere far away, where nobody will find us. I do not have that liberty. Why not? Because I am the Lord of this land. I was born to be the Lord. I murdered my own family to keep my claim to this title. And I will not abandon it until my final breath. I was a fool and a tyrant, neither a great leader nor a great man, but still I bear the responsibility of my role. Fleeing is not an option. I never thought you were a tyrant. He was, though, he was. The rest of my lordship would disagree with you. I used fear as a weapon of control, murdering slaves for fun and prioritizing my own desires over the needs and lives of my people. Do you have a better word for what I am? Whereas you grasp the difference between good and evil, but lack the requisite emotions to give those concepts meaning. I knowingly chose to stray from the path of righteousness. Didn't you say you could run things just fine with fear? That it was very effective? Indeed, you can run things exceedingly well with fear. Though I never said you could do so forever. I first saw signs that people were turning against me 3 years ago. While I did what I could to crush the seeds of revolt before they grew, it would seem I missed a few. If you knew that this was coming, couldn't you have stopped it? I traveled so far down the wicked path it would be nigh impossible for me to find my way back into the light. Which means all I could do is continue on and see what awaited me at the end. I could never play the benevolent ruler though. Those people are inscrutable to me. They all appear to be either ravenous beasts or feeble-minded swine. Were I able to have any love for my own people, perhaps things could have turned out differently. I can't stay in here and wait, Francois. I want to be with... You will do as I say, girl. What's gotten into you, Jaren? Death is supposed to be meaningless to you. You do not experience sorrow over loss. But I... Should I not come back? Go on smiling. Do not think I will simply let them walk in and kill me. I have dozens of skilled guards and I can handle a sword myself as well. Far better than any mere peasant. They're getting closer. Now remember, you are not to leave this room, understood? You are my property, and property does not defy the will of its master. And what if I do come out? Jaren, you will not be of any help to me out there. And should you obstruct me in any way, I will not hesitate to kill you. You do not have a choice. Is that clear? Francois. What? Time is running short. I love you. I will always place myself, the Lord Jean-Francois Barnier, above anything else in the world. And you second. Oh. Yeah, so he does love her back. I don't want my bad guys to have redemption. Positive things going on for them. Wait. Second? That's kind of super crazy. Wow, isn't it? Whoa. I'm shaking a bit here. I've never felt this way before. Is this what being scared feels like? Huh. This is a lot worse than I imagined. It hurts real bad, like something's sitting on my chest. I can hardly even breathe right. But it's kind of really wonderful. So, that is love, more likely. No, I can't do this. I can't be away from him. And yeah, so he pierces her with a sword. A Requiem for Innocence. Part 2. What's past is prologue. Yeah. Wherefore should the heathen say, where is now their God? But our God is in the heavens. He hath done whatsoever he hath pleased. Ah, fuck the idols of silver and gold and the work of men's hand. They have mouths, they have speak not eyes. Have they do not see, they have ears. They that make them are like unto them. So it's every one that trusteth in them. Psalms 115, 2-8. Oh. This is a great shame what happened to Ginevra. The post-revolution merrymaking continued into the wee hours of the morning. After things settled down and the men returned to city, an elderly man called himself Odilon showed himself before me. Despite his evident age, the man stood tall and spoke in a clear, confident voice. Looking into his deep sapphire eyes, I felt as though I could see everything he had borne witness to in these walls engraved within them. Odilon revealed himself as an ally of the revolution and as having been in contact with Ginevra. As things proceeded as initially planned, she was to take power and build the land anew with my assistance, but great change is never without its cost. Nevertheless, I am unspeakably grateful for how swiftly you managed to dethrone the former lord. Without your heroic efforts, we would still... Enough with the ass-kissing. Tell me who you are and exactly what you're hoping to get out of me. No need to be so apprehensive, I assure you. I am more than happy to tell you everything you wish to know. I served as a consul to the Lord Jean-Francois Barnier, and it was I who aided the revolution from within the manor's walls, coordinating with Ginevra on the outside. So that make you the one who ordered the gates open for us then? Verily. Furthermore, I arranged to have a number of the guards turn coat. Well, you did fine work. We would have lost more men without your efforts. I have to ask though, where were you while it was actually happening? I don't recall seeing you anywhere. I took the liberty of finding myself shelter. How fortunate for you to be able to kick back and watch, only to crawl out of the hole and have to relieve the Lord of his head. Or might you, perchance, be suggesting this old bag of bones take up the blade? I would only serve as an impediment to your success. 30 years ago, mayhap, but hardly could I point a sword straight today. Or perhaps you would say that I, as a supporter of your cause, should have been present for the occasion regardless. But of little aid I would have been, merely dying a fool's death, becoming naught but another body upon which the living would wreck. You're skilled with your words, old man. Of course, 'tis my job. There is but one service I can provide you, my knowledge. Knowledge? Meaning you intend to continue to serve as the Lord's consul? For what other reason would I lend my hand to this revolution? You expect me to just take your word, to trust you? Surely you're aware that you cannot rightfully govern this territory without the acknowledgement of the neighboring counts and the king. I have knowledge and connections which would prove invaluable in establishing you as legitimate and qualified to inherit the throne. Yes, I know. I did not saunter into here blind. I still hadn't figured out how I would accomplish that, but... Wait, I recognize you from somewhere. I remember. You were here during the revolt 3 years ago. You're the one who helped Barnier escape. 'Twas indeed I. That's all the more reason not to trust you. You sat back and watched not a damn peep as that clown of a lord left his people to rot. Like hell I'm letting you be my consul. You are an astute young man, but still far too green for your own good. And you fail to fully separate yourself from your old life. Excuse me? I assure you, I was no more fond of Lord Barney's predilections than you. But as I am sure you are aware, he was quick to send his opponents off to the gallows. And he would be no more merciful to his consul than a slum dweller. My objections were ensured about one thing, a swift, meaningless death. Moreover, you knew it was not yet the time and stayed your hand, nay? I too had reached the same conclusion and was awaiting the appropriate time. The perfect time to rearrange the board. Yeah, so this dude is obviously based on Odin. Not only his name, but also an old man, and his right eye is gone, you know? Yeah, he uses it sometimes, but he still is blinking with his right eye, so he is very much based on Odin. You must dispense of the childish emotions that controls you. Act exclusively in service of that which most benefits you. And you cannot do so without someone to guide you. You are still merely a fledgling, young man. You know not up from down in this vast new world. And you have neither an army nor the weapons with which to defend yourself. Should you go out into that world unaccompanied, it will snap your neck before you feel the hands upon your skin. And what benefits are you hoping to reap from this? You're not acting out of a love for the people, that much is obvious. A chance to fulfill my duties as consul to the Lord. My expertise went largely unused under Lord Barney's rule. 'Twas a deeply frustrating time for me. Though if I may be blunt, perhaps I should say that I would like to die knowing I have accomplished something worthwhile with my life. I can promise you I have no intention of mistreating the people for my own personal amusement. You're still giving me no reason to actually trust you. Allow my work to speak for my words. Allow me to proffer unto you my knowledge, that it might be of service to you. I don't completely trust this man, nor do I think I ever will. He's after something. Probably want to use me as a puppet under the guise of assisting me as consul. Makes a good point though. I'll need someone to show me the ropes, if I want any chance of governing effectively. Have you come to a decision? Okay. It's a pleasure to have you, Odilon. At your service. That said, try anything and you'll be out the door faster than you can blink. Understood. Good. Now, if I may, I would like to offer my first instruction. And what would that be? You will need to make a formal proclamation of your succession. There are still many among your people who know not who you are. Thus, you must declare yourself the rightful heir, the lost son of Lord Barnier's predecessor. You must assume a new name. Say again? The name by which you were known before is but a veil behind which you guarded your noble identity. And the time has come now for you to reclaim your true self. Hold on a second. I'm not... Yes, I am aware of your lineage. Okay, then what name do you suppose I should take? You shall assume his name. Jean-Francois Barnier. Is this some kind of sick joke? You're insane if you think I'm taking on the psychopathic killer's name. Why on this green earth would I ever want to call myself after the man I dethroned? Among the nobility, names are oft passed on, from father to son, from brother to brother. But why his name? A name associated with fear and tyranny? You're trying to hobble me before I take my first step. You will remove the stain his deed had left upon the name. Lord Barnier killed his father, brothers, and all their families and attendants, as he never likely told you. Why do you suppose he killed them? Are you mocking me, old man? He killed them because he was a damned madman. Lord Barnier was not the rightful heir. Excuse me? He was merely a stand-in, to be disposed of and quietly replaced when came the time. However, he grew voracious for power, fixated on becoming the Lord himself. So he killed everyone who stood in his way, both the Barnier family and the tenants who knew the truth. Though he failed to realize that the Lord had sired another son. You, the rightful inheritor of the Jean-Francois Barnier name. So that's our story, huh? I'm not the fake. He was. When the truth is revealed, the people will be enraptured, and crucially, the damage of the Barnier family name will be minimized. After all, the Barniers were but victims of this charlatan's avarice. As you are to take on the Barnier family name, it is your benefit that the reputation you inherit is as unblemished as possible. Furthermore, you have nothing to gain from keeping your present name. No longer are you the man you were in the slums. You must become a new man entirely. Enough! I need time to think. A day. Give me just one. I cannot. It is a matter of the utmost importance. You must act swiftly, for the opportunity will pass when the tides turn against you anon. The people are on your side for now. However, should you fail to expeditiously demonstrate that you, as their new lord, are likewise on their side, you will find yourself with more than that counts upon your doorstep. You must decide now. Sir. Alright. I'll swallow my pride. I knew there would really need to be some changes before I embarked on this road. So this isn't unexpected. Just moving quicker than I was prepared for. A wise decision. Now, before we move on to the next order of business, I must ask. Are you physically well enough to remain on your feet for a short while longer? You will need to stand before your people and make a speech. Nevertheless, it is evident that you are wounded from your battle, and would reflect poorly on your accomplishments were you to collapse during your first appearance. I'll be fine. I can hold myself up long enough to give a speech. Oh, youth. What a wonderful thing. You must be sure to get your rest there once you have finished. I will arrange for the best doctor to come examine you. Appreciated. Now then, let us be off. You need merely repeat after me. Hey, did you hear the new Lord's speech? Barnier was a fraud this entire time. What? No way! Begone! I should have skipped work and gone up to the manor to see it. You still got a chance. Go down to the square. The town cries spreading the word on the whole thing. Did you hear? The new Lord led the charge of the revolution. And he was the real Jean-Francois Barnier. I heard. I was there for his speech. He's so young. And easy on the eyes to boot. They say he spent years living in the slums, hiding his true identity. That must have been so difficult for him. At long last, we're free from our suffering. Free from the terror of Lord Barney. Cheers for the new Lord. Oh, give me a break. You're no damn Lord. How goes it, Maria? You look like you ain't slept in weeks. Where's your smile, girl? Today's the day for celebrating. Oh, go fuck yourself. What? You're the one who pushed him into this! Oh, what are you getting pissy about? You pressured him into this dumbass revolution, into becoming the fucking Lord. Whoa, that ain't what happened at all. Jacob was the one who proposed the whole thing. He was trying to talk sense into you at the Midsummer Festival. God, for the love of Christ, what crawled up your ass and died? The batshit asshole's gone, and now you got someone on your side in power. What's there to complain about? Is there anything in that meathead of yours? What was that? You do realize he can never come back now, right? He's the Lord. He's gone, and he's gone for good. Up there in the manor, all by himself. And you dragged him up there to the top of that hill and left him there. I get that you want someone to take this out on, but Jacob was also the one who proposed becoming the Lord. No. I didn't push a damn thing on him. He showed up on one day, ring bearing the Barney's family crest. Then told everyone he was royalty and had a claim to the throne. This is insane. It was his word that sparked the revolution. There's no way. Jacopo is royalty? You need to get a better sense of humor. My thoughts exactly at first too, but then I saw the crest on that ring. It's the real deal. Did you miss the whole part when he put on the ring in front of everyone before we stormed the manor? His whole spiel about being the heir? That was pretty damn convincing if I'd say so myself. You seriously think I was there for some stupid pep talk? Ain't you his friend? I feel like a friend should be rooting for his success, you know. That's what I'm doing, I can say that much. Anyway, I got a hot day with a couple of cakes, so I'm out of here. Unless you want to come with. We're gonna be partying all night long. Like hell I'm coming! I thought I'd ask. Try not to look so sour all the time, okay? It's much prettier when you're smiling. Choke on a dick, asshole! Duly noted. Later. I can't root for him because he's my friend. I know better than anyone that he's in over his head. All I can do is pray for you, Jacopo. Pray that you'll always be the Jacopo we know. That this won't change you. We're still friends, right? Even if we're worlds apart now. Yeah, not for long. After giving me just enough time to recover, Odilon quickly got to work instructing me on everything I needed to know to be a lord. My first priority was to revitalize the city, cleaning up the mess my predecessor had left it in. As much as I wanted to ensure that everyone had food and water, it simply wasn't possible to make happen overnight. We would need to significantly expand our farmland, build additional granaries, repair existing irrigation canals, not to mention crack down on crime and disorder. There was so much to do it was almost dizzying. The last thing I had time to do was wine. That said, none of it could happen with a snap of the fingers. It would take time and manpower, which meant we would have to use existing stores in the meantime. I asked the people, particularly among the upper class, to relinquish ownership of their stockpiles for me to redistribute among the population. That would allow everyone to make it through the transitional period, I figured. Naturally, though, not everyone was happy with the arrangement. But the cries of dissatisfaction were drowned out by the cheers of support when I explained that it was for everyone's sake, that we would need to band together to carry the whole city through what would be a rocky transition. As I was patting myself on the back for a job well done, Odilon shook his head and said, "'Twill hold a year at most." We have enough stores to last at least 3 years, though. 2 if we want to be extra safe. They will set your manor ablaze long before the stores run dry. Excuse me? Why would they? I'm obviously doing everything in my power to revitalize the city. And I was the one who freed them from the claws of the tyrant. The people see only the results. Though they accept your promises of improvement now, if, in a year's time, they do not see those words bear fruit, their trust in you will wither away. That you came from the slums is viewed now as a heroic rise to power, but your past will soon be turned against you, used to delegitimize you. You must produce for them tangible results. God, I knew this wouldn't be easy, but still. And why haven't they changed his outfit? He should have fancy clothes now. It boils my blood to think my predecessor sat around on his ass all day. Did he even accomplish anything in his entire time as the Lord? I can think of only one true positive effect of his regime. His support for the arts. His what? Surely I've seen the numerous pieces of art adorning this manor's walls. He would often treat himself with works from the finest artists and artisans in the land. Oh, you mean all those paintings and vases and fancy drapes? Bunch of worthless junk, every last bit of it. None of it will do anything to fill the people's empty stomachs. It would seem you understand not the value of art. Well, I did grow up in the slums. Do you know what purpose art serves? To make you feel better? It's nice to have around, but not much more than that. Bribes, my boy. Those who hunger for power similarly hunger for ways to flaunt it, and the singularity of a piece of art fills their roles. Some have a genuine appreciation for art, others merely use it as a tool. But nonetheless, skilled craftsmen, artists, and their work naturally gravitate towards those with power. It would be wise for you to consider dressing somewhat less pedestrian soon. Okay, here we go. Now, we should be able to put the former lord's possessions to good use in helping you build up valuable relationships. You mean start handing out bribes? Indeed, but remember, they are negotiation tools. You must use them where they provide you the greatest returns. Negotiations, huh? Alright, I think I see what you're getting at. If I want to revitalize the city in a year, I'm going to need help from my good neighbors. In exchange for provisions and workers, I offer the various counts pieces from Barnier's collection. Sounds about right? Precisely. My, you are much cleverer than I would expect of a man from the slums. Now, if only you would become accustomed to this manner of thinking, you could become a fine lord in short order. I appreciate the concerns, old man. I will dispatch messengers and arrange meetings with the count so we can begin anon. And I hope I do not have to remind you, but you will need to be very careful with your words, Lord Barney. Yeah, I know. You seem quite tired, Lord Barney. You think? Every day I have to go meet with someone new, and I spend all my time learning how to read and write. It's enough to exhaust anyone. It is necessary nonetheless. Illiteracy will only... Yes, I know. You said I look tired, and I'm telling you why that is. I never said I had a problem with it. I overstepped. My apologies. Your diligence has been invaluable in earning the Count's favor, Lord Barney. They think quite fondly of you. Is that so? Because that's certainly not the impression I'm getting. They put on a facade of friendliness, but beneath the surface they're all laughing, trying to figure out how to best use me, or just outright scoffing. Not that one of them sincerely trusts me. I'm just a pawn to them. we're all pieces on one another's boards. What's that supposed to mean? It would be most prudent to consider that unqualified friendship simply does not exist in high society. All interpersonal relationships are built upon a foundation of mutual benefits, save for exceedingly rare, short-lived exceptions. Nonetheless, you should not consider being used as a bad thing. We all climb atop each other's boards, offering ourselves up as a powerful piece. And so do they offer themselves to us. Should you wish to survive in high society, you must always ensure your peers see you as a piece worth playing. That would mean you're putting yourself out there as well, old man. Indeed, I am your pawn, Lord Barney. I offer myself to you, and in your using me, I gain the position as consul to the Lord. It is a far more practical and reliable system than one founded on something so uncertain as emotions, would you not say? Which is to say, I'm a pawn to him as much as he is to me. I suppose so. Then I too will have to ensure I remain useful, lest I be swept aside and another Barney brought in to take my place. Oh, sharp words, my lord. But worry not, for I have no qualms with your performance at present. Now, Lord Barney, we must discuss your next... hold on a sec, would you? Yes, sir? Do you mind not calling me Lord Barney in private? I can understand why you want to keep up the whole charade even when no one's looking. But frankly, I'm just not comfortable with it. Very well. Then, my lord, it shall be. Can't say I'm surprised he won't use my real name. But still. Yeah, that'll do. Thank you. Not at all. Now back to business, my lord. It took long enough, but we're finally starting to see some real progress. But that progress is something we're going to be visiting in the next video. Yeah, so we have just been learning what it takes to be a lord, apparently. And I really like that part about how everyone is on everyone else's board. That's a very nice way of thinking about it. I might be using that for my TTRPGs. My own campaign, that is. So just thinking whose board is... instead of thinking of relationships, it's a simpler way of breaking down relationships. Yes, that's what I'm trying to say. Really like it, and I will be thinking about how I can use that for my own games. But that is it for today's video. So thank you guys for watching, and an extra thank you to all the members of this channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next one. Goodbye, everyone.